Hi, how are you doing? I don't have lipstick. Can't do this without lipstick. um, how are you doing? How is life? How is your Oh, it's Friday. Shit. Did I get old? Are we back? Hi, how are you not? And I was feeling like such a loser. Do you ever feel that? Mm-hmm. So it's on a Friday now, and I'm here going live. Um, so how has your day been? Mine has been, ja. There's somebody mwenye was supposed to get food na haja get, and I can't take it. So did acha yaribike. Tizi acha yaribike ndaifungua tu. How are you doing? Is everything okay? I'm doing fine. I'm not. I've had such a shitty day. The kind of it isn't as shitty as another one I had, but I'm so tired. I feel tired, both physically and mentally. You see, I'm the kind of person when I work 2 days and I'm tired and I need a break. I usually take a break every 2 days. Being the weekend when I make hamburgers, I'm supposed to work tomorrow or something, or maybe I'll just take a break tomorrow because I feel so tired and I don't want to push myself so much. I don't. Yeah. So the topic of today, let me just write it here so that I can annoy people. Alright, so the topic of today is nice girls don't get shit. Matumalize. I have a feeling leo wifi itakuwa na ufala. So that's better. Taeka chini yangu. Bas. Nice girls don't get shit. Alright, so this is a karibuni yako there. So so yeah, I'm here, you are there. Let's do this. It's a Friday and your girl is tired. I don't even know if I'm going to be doing this so energetically. I'm just gonna bring all my moods and my entire feelings here because that's the only way that I can do this. I already committed to doing this, so regardless of however I'm feeling, I'll be doing it. It doesn't matter if I have to give it 100 as long as I give it something. Consistency. My name is Vanessa W.O. I normally do this every day where I come here and rant about my day while telling you the lessons. There is kuna kalamu yenye nilikuwa naandikia nikarusha kwa kitanda changu chenye kiko na sheet ya white. Nasikia nimekasirika. Good. It's done. Now I'm happy. I hope haijachora. Because the amount of time that I take to clean my white sheets is a lot. So, yeah. Alright. So I made pilau today with the help of my neighbors. Really nice. It was nice of them to help me make pilau. They are Costarians, so they helped me do it. It was really nice. I made some vannies. My new dish is called a vanni. Yeah. Or we call it a nesi or a ness. So I made it and it worked. It was really nice. I made it yesterday and it worked. So today I also got the guts to make it and I introduced it to my customers. So yeah, it was nice. I loved the fact that I made it. I liked it. My people liked it. My customers liked it, and I felt good. I also had very good chapos from my neighbors. My neighbor alipika chapos zingine amazing, really amazing. So today started off really nice. Actually, it was a nice day. I just had some challenges here and there. I had some food remaining, which really makes me feel bad, really angers me. So yeah, nimekula moja. I'm feeling like I'm going to get fat with this. Like when food is left over, now I have to eat it, so it just makes me feel bad. So yeah, now I have this one plate by somebody mwenye amedeposit half na hajakujia hiyo ingine. Sana nataka nifanye nini? Alafu kesho wanihande. Kesho waniambie, "Oh, nililipia. Mbona hukuniekea?" People that I deal with every day. It's okay. What can I say? It's the experience. I try not to get angry, but sometimes you just gotta cut a bitch. So anyway, this is my life here. My life in 2025. I never thought when I was in high school, when I was planning my dreams and shit, I never thought that I never thought of the year 2025. I thought of the year 2020, but 2025, I never thought about it. So this is like a revolution for me. Like what? I hadn't prepared this much. It is. I feel like I'm starting over a new life, which I am. It is really nice. I like it, and I don't like it. You know. So, back to the topic of this, because my trip down Facebook comment lane has been very interesting. The good girl, the nice girl, good woman, a good woman. I'm not a good woman, I'm not a nice girl. I'm a bad girl. I'm a really bad girl. And I used to think I was just a normal girl until you guys told me I'm a bad girl. At first I was sad. I really wanted to get married. No, I don't give a shit. I don't know. You said if I get to 40, I'll regret. I'll feel lonely. I will be sad. We'll see. You know, I'm not there yet, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I have no one to look up to who is not married in their 40s, so I don't know. The only person I know who is not married was somebody who was not even fit to be ever married or even exists in the world. They're a crazy person, like they are mentally incapacitated. That's like, you know, like in our clan, there is that mad person, you know. So huyo ndio mtu naweza refer to. Everybody else is married, so I don't know. I do not have a manual for this life that I live. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. What? Oh, 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 oh. Anyway, to the topic of the day. Nice girls don't get shit. Yeah. So, every society in this world wants to make girls very nice. So, I was watching this TikTok. Now I'm a fan of TikTok. By this lady I follow. I like her. She is very expressive, and I like her thoughts because they are like my thoughts when I was a little bit younger. I can see myself in her. Very intelligent, very forward thinking, but at a certain point you have to cut all those dots. So she was talking about this society's pressure for women to have children early. Pata mtoto mapema. And it's funny how she says it. She's a funny girl. I don't even know if she knows that she's so funny. So everyone is. I remember when I was in high school. Give me a minute. I gotta do something because I'm a busy person. Fuck. Just looking for flat plates. Okay. Now that's better. So, my girl was saying that there is society's pressure for girls to get married and have children very early. And then it took me back to when I was like in Form 2. And there was this predator who was masquerading as my boyfriend. I had these friends who were my friends. So their cousin came to visit them, and then their cousin took a liking to me, and then he was the first guy that gave me a kiss. I like to forget that because it was very disgusting. I washed my mouth, haikuwa inaacha. Sikuwa naacha kusikia. Hakuwa na harufu. I think alikuwa amekula mints before, but just the act of somebody on my lips. Ooh, ilikuwa so disgusting. Somebody's saliva. It was so disgusting. I'm sorry. My definition of a good feeling is not that. But I had to get over that, my initial disgust of kissing. And to the last time I was kissed, which was guy. I know if men come to this life, they're gonna be, yeah, you haven't even been kissed in 2 years. Yes, because no man wants you, because my value is dependent on the men that want me. And yeah, no man wants me. I'm so sad. What am I living in this world for if no man wants me? Nyinyi watu. For what am I existing? For what is my purpose if no man is calling me wife and no children are calling me mother? So disappointed at how my life turned out. Yeah. I just wish I had more money. Yeah, the last time I said I really love money, and my goal in this life is to just have money, multiply it, invest it, and just diversify it and keep it and pass it down to I don't know which generations. And get a grip on wealth, real wealth, And I know, you see, one of the reasons why women and men argue about this thing is because for men, family is important, So, like, I am important to men. But are they important to me? He who finds a wife finds a good thing, but the woman is just woman, right? I just want to have wealth. You know, I just want wealth. Wealth too. Sasa the moment I say that to Boit wote tunakasirika. Kwani mnanitaka nyinyi wote? Sawa, ni poa. Oh my god. Yes, I know I'm pretty and shit. I know. Niliombwa vizuri. I know. Mamangu ni mrembo. I know. Babangu ni sexy as fuck. Yes, that's how they made this zebra and this leopard in the same body. I understand. But then understand also that I do not look at you in the same way you look at me, okay? I do not look at men the same way they see me. When they see me, they see a home. Oh, I'm a psycho. I know, it's okay. Mnalipia therapist hapana. So yeah, I know, like most men, and there are many, when they see me, they see a good wife, especially because I cook. It's my youth that makes me feel this way. We'll see. You should also be very aware that I come from a strong line of leopards, so we'll just have to see. 40. Sini 40. How many years? 15 years to come. 40. Tutaona. Hey, but you guys, sometimes mmeka tu chini mkiangalia. You know, the moment you understand this world, the moment you understand how people think, you realize people are psychos. So some mtakuwa many watch, like you'll be going on with your life, but me nitakuwa at the back of your mind, like wait until we are waiting. I know my exes, the ones who wanted to marry me, are just waiting for me to fuck up, for my life to fuck up, for me to get to a point and call them crying. I need a marriage, and I'm saying yes. There are so many. I've had so many marriage proposals in my life. Lakini pia the moment I said no, 5 months later walioa mtu mwingine. So ilikuwa nini? A test. And then these marriage deals were not for me, of course. All right, so marriage is not for women, it's for men. Men are not for women, but women are for men. It's okay. So you see, that's my point exactly. When a man sees me, when men see me, they see a woman who can complete their home, ni wazalie watoto, ni wa ensure nyumba iko safi, blah 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 blah. Peace. Of course, I'm not gonna give anyone peace. I thrive in chaos. So yeah, that's what a man sees me for. Sindio? Lakini saa mimi mwenyewe nikijiangalia, mnafikiria naona nini? Mimi naona mtu mwenye ataniwezesha kuishi maisha vizuri, because I have my goals. My goals are not marriage. I know men have to marry first and then everything else in a line. Sindio? Totally. It's okay, it's how God created you. But for me, I want to just thrive. Yani to me, my goal is to thrive. Poleni, I am so sorry that my goals are contrary to yours. I am so sorry. Nyinyi watu mko na amna akili. Ati what? I have to explain myself, and after I'm done explaining, wasting my time, enyewe yako there kona reason. I understand how everyone becomes a bitch and decide to just, give a middle finger to everybody. Because you people want to control so much. You want to control somebody's mind. You want to control somebody's legs and how they spread them. You want to control what I think of, where I go, who I speak to. Hey, mkona time. What are my goals? Classic designs. Design. What are my goals? My goals are just, they're mine. Achana goals zangu. To get wealthy. To be wealthy. Full stop. Achana hizo zingine. Wealth is my goal. Hizo zingine hatujui. But now I actually get why people just give a middle finger to society and say, achana na mimi. And then the more they say that, kama ako there vile nilikuwa ambia watu, achana na mimi. Like, what is it? What is your business with that? Oh, she's a mother. Yes, she is a mother. Si wewe ushughulike na watoto wako. Okay. Somebody was posting ati, you have an international son-in-law. Exactly. She has. Can't everybody be concerned with their life? I understand that if we are concerned with our lives, some of your lives are so empty. I understand. I was being told the other day that I'm very empty inside. Because I love money, because I love wealth. And I was told that that the decisions that I'm making, chasing wealth, everybody hopes, the person who was commenting hopes that they will keep me from regret. Oh yeah, definitely. If I'm a wealthy babe, if I'm a billionaire babe by, let's say, 40, don't you think my goals, see your goals for me? And when did we know each other so that you can have goals for me? At least my parents, my parents can have goals for me. Although I'm an individual myself and they're individuals themselves, but at least they can have goals for me. But a random stranger who I'm not even following on Facebook, you have goals for me. You people are mad. You're mad, insane as fuck. Anyway, let's get into the meat. Like any topic yetu bado ni hizi tu vitu. Nice girls don't get shit. I used to be a nice girl. I'm writing about it in the book that I am writing. Writing about my good girl, nice girl days. When I just wanted to be a nice girl and be liked by everybody. Because it was so important, super important for me to be liked. Yeah. Those days are gone. Those days are over. They're over. Because I understood that nice girls don't get shit. Waendelea kuwa msichana mzuri. Kasichana kazuri. Akaongeangi vibaya. I've realized that with time that being nice makes you bitter. So at the end of the day, you're not a nice person really. You're just a coward. Wah. Boom. Poof. You're a coward, you're not nice. Wow. Yeah. Because nice people, they first are nice to themselves. Nice people that I consider now nice, they are nice to themselves. Oh, that's a good goal. Meow. You like it? Send me some money. My M-Pesa number is the same one as the number that I use everywhere. Send me some money now that it's a good goal. Send me some money. I love money. Told you. Every time I have a conversation, I have to get an M-Pesa notification. So, Classic Designs, why don't you do it? Send me money. I love money. So, yeah, nice people, nice girls. I have had an experience this year where I've had to deal with people who are not nice to other people. They are nice to themselves. They love themselves. They prioritize themselves. They are more about getting for themselves rather than getting for you, which I've realized is a good thing. Really, really good thing. it's a godly thing for you to be yourself. You see, God wrote the Bible. So the Bible was written by people inspired by the Holy Spirit. God wrote the Bible, and not a chance did he spare like a page or a verse, giving the devil the chance to explain his story. No. God told his story, and he has recruited people to be on his side, and we are an army against the devil. We are this big, huge army. Like that's the fight we are fighting, right? Against the devil. God didn't give him a chance, a voice for explanation. God put himself first. So, just like God put himself first, we should also put ourselves first. Put yourself first. Talk bad about your enemy. Attack your enemy. They are your enemy, they are not your friend. Crush your enemy totally. Acha kutry kupea enemy wako a chance. Na unajua ni enemy wako. I realized that some of my siblings, I have many siblings, very many. So, some of my siblings, they are very, unaona, hizi vitu unaanzanga ukiwa nyumbani, ukiwa mdogo. Tuseme, dada ameleta vitu usiku za kukula breakfast. There is the sibling who will wake up and eat half of the shit that was brought home. And while you're eating breakfast, bado anataka kukula na nyinyi. Na apate half of the half yenye aliacha. Now nice girls, they're like, mbona ulifanya hivyo? Unajipenda sana, mbona unajiweka mbele? Wajiweke mbele. Utaona maisha yako itakuwa much better. Recently, nilisikia mtu akiambia mabishto wake, kwani mnajipendanga aje? Jipende. Wacha wewe ukue number 1, kila mtu mwingine akue number last. You'll be better. If you're a nice girl who allows everyone to walk on you, trample on you, bring their burdens to you, take your time. I used to be that person. Come, take my time. Remember one time I was dealing with this alcoholic. And I was working my main job. I was working, building my company. I was working for a certain organization. Nilikuwa nawafanyia some stuff. I had like 3 jobs. So I was super tired most of the time. And on this Friday, I decided my boyfriend is going to come over to my house, because instead of me going to his house, he was coming over to my house. So I'll say, my boyfriend is going to come here. He's going to give me a good massage, because he used to know how to give me some good massage, and he will make love to me, and he will hold me on his chest and caress me and take care of me, tell me nice stuff, cook for me because he was a wonderful cook, and just, we'll have like a nice night leading to Saturday. And then I happened to have a neighbor who was an alcoholic. And this alcoholic guy was like, he was going through those your time ya what is it? A relapse, yeah. Oh, that guy was weird. He used to be so sharp. I like the theme. Which one? The nice girls don't get shit. Thank you. Classic designs. So, I was a straight guy, like nyumba yake ilikuwanga safi, his bed organized and stuff, his house always clean, hakuna chombo chochote kiko kichafu kwa sink. Very organized guy. Used to wear white shirts only and grey pants. Na kuna venye alikuwa anazipiga pasi, he used to get a bald cut, so alikuwa always looking very sharp. Wait until he relapsed. Alcoholic. kugonganisha milango, kuvunja, anaenda ana fight sijui na MCA wa wapi, ndio huyo ana fight na watu, ndio amelala kwa mtaro. Yeah, that kind of, whoa, that guy, his shadow was really really dark. So I, because was a nice person, nikaenda nikaanza kumuongelesha, yo, I'll help you through this. Nikampea time yangu, nikampea energy yangu, and I was trying to be there for him, because his girlfriend his girlfriend had dumped him, and I just wanted to be there for him, And so I got connected to his parents, and I was calling them because alikuwa anapiga nduru kwa nyumba. He was having, like, he wasn't eating, he was shaking, he was drunk. The previous day polisi walikuwa wamekuja, so it was such a nightmare. So me, the nice girl, kenda tani kusaidie, call his parents, kaambia wakaniambia nimsaidia kule. Kenda nikanunua supu, bones kwa butchery, nikakuja nikachemsha supu na gasi yangu. Nikachemsha supu, nikachemsha nikampelekea akunywe. Nikamtafutia mama nguo akuja. Thank God wazazi wake walikuwa wanatuma hiyo do. Though walikuwa wanatuma nyingi, like hiyo bones wanatuma 250. Hakuna hata ya kusema asanti, because I put myself out there like, it's okay, we're going to help him, nini, and I talk to him when we are eating, tunakunywa supu. And then his boss came, pia alikuwa a nice girl. It was even worse because now she was older, and we sat him down, and my boyfriend had just arrived, and he was like, does putting yourself not first, not being a nice, have intent? Yes, focusing on yourself is the intentional. The intention of putting yourself first is focusing on yourself. It's just focusing on yourself. Because the other side is zero, is nothing. So the boss came, tukatake our time kumuongelesha. My boyfriend was there, and he wasn't talking, he wasn't contributing. And I'm like, mbona boyfriend yangu hata advice. Now I understand. Him hakuwa na take time on anyone, hakuwa na spend his time on anyone mwenye ham benefit. If things did not bring him money or get him the things he wanted, he just didn't participate. Alikuwa anasikiza music on earphones, and I was like, he's so selfish. Yes, you're supposed to be selfish. Tusichana tuzuri, kasichana kazuri, tuendangi popote. Men might deceive you, especially on Facebook, Twitter, IG, everywhere. They will deceive you, even on the streets. They will deceive you that they want a nice girl. They don't want a nice girl. You try to be a nice girl. I think everybody should experience that. Try to be a nice girl. Go there, be a nice girl. Jaribu. Fua nguo. Thank God I never done that, because I hated chores ever since I was a little girl. So at least that's not on my regret list. So yeah. But I've done the listening. Na listening naona ni kama ni nyingi kuliko kufua nguo na kuosha vyombo. It's not as pathetic in retrospect, but giving my ears, and my time and my energy, kukaa hapo nisikize dreams za mtu, niziashe moto, nimkumbatie, nimwambie they will work. Don't do that. Don't do that for anybody. Don't be a nice girl. Don't be a bad bitch. don't listen to stuff. When they start talking, ingia TikTok haraka haraka. Unakianza kuongea, ingia TikTok, anza kucheka. Just focus on anything else that is not them. Be for yourself, because nice girls don't get shit. I knew this story. Ilikuwa so weird. So a friend of mine, okay, ni long. A friend of mine, a model, beautiful girl. So I once designed her tukafanya project, tumefanya projects pamoja. So she was dating this nigga. He wasn't like, alikuwa mafala, lakini fala kona gari, fala kona kanyumba, ka one bedroom hivi. And because we were young, it looked like a big deal. So she used to hang out with this guy. This guy would do stuff for her, like he would buy clothes for her. Atampele wanaenda out because she didn't want to be seen with him. So he will buy good food for her, he will make her hair, like everything, the package, right? So this dude had an ex. So the ex was kamshamba tu kama yeye. Now the ex alikuwa anakujanga kwa nyumba yao, anakuja na drama. Turns out one time akaanza kusema ati mimi ile time alikuwa it was so embarrassing. Ati time alikuwa Maria, mimi ndo nilikuwa nampanguza, mimi ndo nilikuwa namtekea care of. What? Mi hadi mtoto, watoto no. I have a nephews, and I wouldn't. Bado mimi siezi panguza hata mtoto mdogo, mafi, like mtoi ni mtoi. Na mimi siezi mtoa diaper. Watoto wa sister zangu, I can't. So this girl, she was with a grown man, and this man had, ni kama alikuwa na shida, alikuwa mgonjwa. So he was incapacitated, and he was shitting himself and all of that shit. And this nice girl was taking care of him. Lakini still. That's not even being a nice girl. That's not being a nice girl. That's being... That's possible. So anyway, so she was demanding to be paid. Not to be paid like, ingekuwa poa kama alikuwa na demand like, you need to give me 100k, 200k, or else I'll tell because I took some photos, like that would be badass. She was saying that she need to be rewarded in terms of marriage, like aolewe na huyo mtu ndio huyo mtu akijiharia tena kwa na. I'm sorry. So anyway, being a nice girl is not good. It's not good. I'm not talking about the Proverbs 31 girl, because anytime I deviate from the way of society, everybody says I'm disobeying a certain vibe of us. But me, I'm deeply religious. Deeply religious. I believe in God as AF. Kabisa. I even go to church, but I feel like going to church, I don't know. But hapa ndani yangu ni Mungu. See, the kingdom of God is here. It is within me. So I'm very, Jesus is my everything. Deeply religious. I pray. So, I know it's all about God, and I know it's God. So I'm not against God. Why do I need to explain this shit? So anyway, the thing is that isn't that life experience? Like things do happen and we are part of it. Perception too. I believe we learn to experience to sound for ourselves. Yes, but don't you have a voice in you? Tuseme tu ukweli. That when you're being nice is when you're not listening to your inner authority, isn't it? Because kuna kwanga na tatanishi, there's always that inner voice that's telling you otherwise. Don't do that. That's bullshit. Unabebo ufala. But you choose not to listen to that that authority, that inner authority, and follow the path laid out for you by society. Nitaonekana aje, and whatever nitaonekana aje, at least ilifikirika ni inaitangwa aje, staki hii kitu go for longer than it should. It's too much, you know, like standing up for yourself is too much. It's too much. Unaona ni kama sasa hii conversation itakuwa refu, siniitike niitikie tu haraka iishe, si ndio? So I was trying to get gas some minutes ago. So I called this number and I called these people and they tell me pay up fast, we deliver the gas. That didn't sit well with me. I was like, ay hapana. And then I was like, ay hapana, si haraka nikunywe chai because I really wanted to drink tea. So as I'm paying, ikakataa kwenda your transaction. So I'm like, So this guy called me a second time. He's like, yo, mbona hujatuma? I'm like, I'm at the M-Pesa, I'm sending. And at that point, nikaanza feel like I should be sending. Nikaketi nikasema, lazima nikuwe na hii gas leo kweli? Is it that impertinent for me to drink this tea today? Because it's really the tea yenye nilikuwa nataka kunywa. And a part of me just says, tunaweza kunywa chai kesho. Sio? Another side of me tells me, haraka to get gas. I'm like, who pays fast? Whoever pays fast. Gas nalipanga ikishafika ndo nalipa. So this pay up front, hapana. So I didn't send it. So saisi na gas, but I went to my neighbor, tukakunywa chai, and I'm good to sleep. Tomorrow is another day. We can handle that tomorrow, right? When I'm not this exhausted and when I am more clear-headed. Now, isn't that life experience? Of course it is. But for most people, it isn't. Now, you choosing not to be a nice girl, you are the exception. You're in the minority. You're not the majority. Everybody out here is pushing for girls to be nice. Trust me. I have had real world experience. Because there was a time in my life when I did not have real world experience. Now I have real world experience. And I understand that there is a pressure for girls to conform, to be timid, meek, and accepting of shit. And that's what I'm saying. Life, like, things do happen. But, but what the fuck are you talking about? Like, things do happen, we are part of it. Yeah, sure, but which side of the story are you deciding to tell? Which side of the story are you deciding? Which side of your life, who in your life are you deciding to be? Are you the kind of person who is for yourself, on your side, or are you the kind of person that abandons yourself? Perceptions too, I believe we learn through experience to stand up for ourselves. But do you have to do this experience where you can learn through other people? Can't you learn through other people so that you spare yourself that experience? If you had been told when you were younger these things, wouldn't you have grown up differently? And these mistakes that we had to do, did everybody do them? No. Specific people. Girls who are so interested in being nice. Nice. I just want to be nice. If I'm nice, they will like me. If I'm nice, if I do more for them, they will do for me. And then you find out that doesn't work. You keep giving and pouring and giving and giving. And then you realize that this person that you're giving amekuwa at the receiving end. Sasa instead of them reciprocating, they're just receiving and receiving and receiving because you decide to be the nice girl. Try being a bitch. The other person, it's like a law. It's like a universal law. When you're nice, they become a bitch. When you're a bitch, they become nice. Try it. Even try it, like, try acting. Just try it. Just try acting once in a while. When you meet somebody, try being a bitch to them. Just for the sake of experience and learning. You will see they'll soften up to you. They will. It's just the law. Universal law. Is it sad? Nope. It's just the way it is. And also I think that, recently I've started seeing the Bible in a different kind of way. I used to think the Bible is this is not going to be an easy thing to say, because I'm also finding words for it, okay? I used to take the Bible as more of a religious text that informs us about God and the nature of God, which it is, right? But I hadn't thought of it as a foundational text that explains to us how we are supposed to be living, how to handle our lives. Do you get me? Like psychological social text, psychosociological text, kind of. Do you get what I'm saying? Now that I am reading it differently, I'm starting to understand it as what? Neza sema aje? A very necessary text for everybody to read. Interesting, same the Holy Bible. A necessary text for everybody to read. Like, it is so necessary for everybody to read the Bible. And it's because the Bible teaches you universal laws. Bible, I advocate for nice girls. Nope. Even that Proverbs 31 woman, she's not a nice girl. No. She's a girl who does business, if you have read it right? Because she goes to the fields and anajua kuleta vitu auze. Boss baby, ya? Ni mwema huyo. Aya, huyu dem, sijui ningetafuta Bible, tuisome. Should we? Let's do it. Why not, right? Am I becoming a pastor? Let's do it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find my Bible. Oh. I'm back. So, let's look at it. Proverbs. Where does Proverb fall? Proverbs nakuanga wapi? Jeez. Iko wapi? Nani anajua hapa niambie? Proverbs. Is it after Job or before Job? Proverbs. Is it after Psalms? It must be. Before Songs of Songs, before Ecclesiastes here. Proverbs 31. Okay. Let's go. You see, this text was mostly written for men, okay? Because men are the original decision makers, okay? The original leaders, So sometimes, don't get so mad when it doesn't refer to you, it just refers to men and advises men, right? Maybe we should work on getting our own Bible as women. Itakuwa na politics nyingi sana. So, O my son, because it is a text for men. O son of my womb. This is a mom telling her son. O son of my vows. Do not spend your strength on women. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. A wife of noble character who can find. She's worth. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. This is it's dependent on the man. I can't do shit about that. She brings him good, no harm. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. So, ni decision maker pia na ni hard worker. Alright? I'm not saying that she spends her day like in the farm, kama meinama, aki break her back while sweat. No. She selects and she works with eager hands. She's hardworking. Hardworking doesn't mean she's a workhorse. She's just hardworking, okay? I'm also a hardworking woman, so I know. So, she's like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. Anajua kutafuta chakula. It's almost time for me to do this story. So she knows how to look for food. She knows the best places za kutafuta mboga kwa soko. Yes, that she has to do these things at aende soko asubuhi 6 peke yake. She can go with her house help, chukua ile, or she can send her house help to go do that, because she knows this lady does the best. Hapa ukenda Carrefour ndio the best. Exactly. Alright. She gets up while it's still dark. She provides food for her family. Supper by getting up while it's still dark. Okay, I wake up at 6, so I don't like it. I'll rather not wake up at 6, so you don't have to do everything. She gets up while it's dark, blah blah blah. She provides food for her family. Provides food because food is originally a woman's role. Of course, bwana alisha ensure that kuna food, but yeye ndio ana decide sa watu wakule. It's usually the mother, ndio. And portions for her servant girls. She has servant girls, not servant girl, servant girls, right? So bado anapeana like labda anasema sasa hii ni ya nyumbani kwangu, hii ni ya servant girls, right? She considers a field and buys it. Yeye ndio ana decide land. Anajua, we want to maybe have macadamia. So we're going to buy land in this place that grows macadamia. And then we'll plant in an acre like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's 4, 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 4, 12. Like a quarter of an acre inaweza support 12 macadamia trees, big ones. So like an acre will support, that's like times 4, like around 50. Anaweza jua vitu kaa hizo. Hizo ni vitu mimi najua. Soma, great woman, huh? Don't overthink and think that, these things, the moment that's been interpreted by other people, utaona through their eyes. Kama sahi unaona through my eyes, ndio. Go look to them through eyes of a patriarchal man. Utaona hivyo. So it depends on who is in. Am I interpreting? Okay, the kingdom of God is with me. So she sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sets her trading and is profitable, businesswoman. And her lamp does not go out at night. So she's always prepared. I think that's something that my mom does a lot. Alikuwa anatafutanga like a lot of energy sources, light sources. So it's written. Like, stima zinaweza potea. Kwa hivyo tutakuwa na hii. And even me now, like I have a solar panel, I have something else that I can charge, and then it's a woman's thing, alright? In her hand, anyway, so you get, I'm not gonna continue, it's a long verse. You can go read it for yourself. It's not looking at a docile girl. No. It's talking about mwanamke, sharp, focused, very wise, very amechanuka anajua stuff za femininity, za wanawake. Mwanamke jeuri is a necessary woman to exist. Is the best woman to exist in this world. A woman who is cunning. A woman who is cunningly intelligent. A woman who is akona ujanja. mjanja. A woman who is mjanja is necessary for this world, is necessary for herself. A nice girl, docile, meek, because that's the definition of a nice girl in the society. Mwanamke hapendi pesa, mwanamke hayuko financially literate. How is that girl beneficial to anyone? And who is this man who is marrying this girl? A man who is also not focused, ndio. But mwanamume mwenye ni focused na mwanamume mwenye, I mean, Proverbs inaandikwa na Solomon. This is a king. So he was always looking for such girls to be queens. So it's only loser men that like actually these docile girls. Now, if you are a girl for yourself, wachana for the value that you can bring to a man, for yourself, are you getting shit really? If you don't want to intimidate a man, you want to be seen as a nice little pretty flower capable of doing no harm. Are you beneficial to yourself, really? Are you? You don't want to be seen as a hardworking woman because a man will be intimidated. The other day I was talking to some guys, and of course nowadays my type of conversation is just satire, sarcasm, and I do not give a shit. And because I have this conversation too many times, I'm like, I'm just gonna say something that's gonna end this conversation because I don't want to be in too much conversation, or I'm gonna drag it in a way that makes fun, or in a way that I know it won't end, because now I've done these conversations, so many of these conversations, and I know how they end, right? So these guys are like, with your food business, this could grow up to be a good, great business venture. I'm like, yeah, I intend for it to be like that. And they're like, they're customers of mine, like big customers, big buyers. They hire me to cook for like a bunch of them. It's a big deal for them. So like it could grow, it would become big and stuff. And I'm like, yeah. So when you get a husband, are you gonna stop working? I'm like, yeah, totally. I'm gonna stop. They're like, let's assume it will be a million shilling company. Will you still stop? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to intimidate my husband. And they're like, yeah, how? Like, I know men get intimidated if their wife is earning more, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be nice, docile and stuff. And they're like, one of them, the brighter one, is very sharp. He says, if a man will be intimidated by you earning money, there's a problem with that man. And then he remembers, oh shit, bro code. He says, no. There's nothing wrong with that man. There's something wrong with your choice. And we went back to the Garden of Eden when it's a woman's fault for everything. So yeah. So point is, nice girls don't get shit. If you just want to be nice, and I'm not just talking about men, I'm also talking about women, nice to women. You want to be seen as a nice person, and that is your goal, that is your desire in life, to be seen as a good person, as a nice person. There's nothing you'll be able to do. Because for you to do anything that is directed by your inner authority, because I told you the kingdom of God is within us, so there's an authority in you that tells you what to do, where to go, what kind of businesses to do, what kind of blah, 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 blah. So if you do not listen to that, and you're trying to please others out of yourself, that is my point. That you're trying to be good to others rather than being good to yourself. That you're listening to others, that the authority you obey is not here, it's not your inner authority, it's the outer authority. If you're always trying to do that, you will never get shit. Because first of all, you'll never leave your house. Because nice girls don't leave the house, right? Nice girls stay in the house. Bad girls leave the house. I spent my years of my first phase of life just in the house because I was a nice girl. What was I gonna do? Where was I gonna go? But I was also very young to go anywhere. Where was I gonna go? Like those from fall, leave us bash. Nah, 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 nah. But now that you're mature, for you to be considered a nice girl, labda ujikatekate. Because nice girls don't leave their house. If you leave the house, there's going to be consequences. There's going to be consequences. Consequences such like utatusiwa na wanaume. If you're beautiful and you refuse to say hi back, you're going to be utatusiwa. No, those are not bad things. Those are just normal parts of life, right? Nice girls don't get shit. A nice girl will not speak in front of people because it is rude for girls to speak unless they're saying yes and here's food. You'll never do anything. Even for you to do traditional feminine things, you can't be a nice girl. I sell food. Do I do it nicely? No, I'm a bad girl outside there. And I'm selling to people. When I'm demanding for my money to be paid, before you think it's easy. You have to pay first before you look at my food, before you even taste my food. People are like, yeah, we si mzuri, unauza na attitude. I won't get paid. I've tried. I tried. 2 weeks ago, because I was trying to be nice, and this guy was like, yo, I know where you live. I'm gonna come and bring you this money. So you know where I live? It's that hostel. You've seen me coming out of it. It's there. So just give me the food. I'm gonna bring. I was like, yeah. And he helped me carry my food to where I was going, so I didn't have to get like a boda. So I was like, yeah. Sasa amenisaidia nikikatanda kwa mbaya. Somebody else was like, yo, just let me go with the dish. I live near your place. Now I know. Now I'm not going to be nice. Right? I'm not going to open the food for them to look at it. No. We're going to say, I'm not going to smile unless I know it's the kind of motivation that motivates whoever I'm selling to. That's not a nice girl. And I'll get shit like that. I'm not going to beg na kubembeleza mtu sana, especially the egomaniacs. When they are just there for me to beg them so that they can feel like they're being begged by somebody. The people just want me to be near them so that they can speak to a beautiful woman for once. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get shit. I've realized even the moment I allow somebody to shake my hand before they give me money, they're not gonna give me money. So now they feel like for them to have access to me, they have to buy. You can't be nice. You can't be nice. You have to be bad. People even like you when you're bad. I wouldn't tell you unless it was true. When you deal with customers, when you deal with your relatives, you have to apply pressure. You have to put yourself first. You have to be very timely with your comebacks. You have to speak rude a few times. You have to lower somebody who is an egomaniac so that they calm down. You have to attack the chink. If you don't do these things will happen to you. You have to be a wolf. It's not easy for me to. And my conditioning was nice, so today I was deep into my thoughts, and the realization fell on me. Men and women have variation making them different. Yes, totally. Who said men and women are the same? No one. I don't get the point of that. Men and women are different as fuck. We are so different, it's as if one of us is day and the other one is night. And it's actually like that. Women are night, men are day. We are so different. We are so different. If we understood how different we were when we were younger, I don't know. We are so different. Men and women, we are different as fuck. We are so different. We are so different. And it's the reason why girls shouldn't be nice. The other day, I was listening to a woman in the market talk to a fellow mother. She's a mother. Telling her that she's very annoyed that her daughter is so selfish with her snacks. That the other woman's son does not have food to, okay, maybe the daughter is eating a biscuit. The son is like, penny, 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 and the girl tells her, pana. So this lady is so concerned about her child's behavior. And I was like, your child is perfection. Your child, you should teach her to be like that more. Nataka kuambia mtoto wako akuwa anapeana maziwa for free. Pana. No. But then again, it's not my daughter, so I'm gonna keep quiet. I wish we learned these things when we were young. Not giving too much of you. Smiling too much. Even smiling too much is... Hey. Even smiling too much is not good. Even if a joke is funny, bite your tongue. Look at a person. I see it in the egomaniacs I meet when I'm testing new food, and they are short men so they can't afford to give me a compliment because it will make them feel as if they become women. So I watch them. There are things that you cannot change. You can't change here. You can't change here. You can't change here. There are things you can't change. You can't change here. The reactions. You can't change a jerk. You can't change such things. So I normally look out for those because they will try very hard for their faces not to move. For them to say, most boys that walk as they have a wounded, come out here. Yeah. So yeah. They have realized that if they say good, I might start, I don't know, looking at them and say they're women. It's a problem, short boys. Oh my god, a big problem. I make it a point not to deal with short boys because they are very intimidated by me. Just looking at me, nikiwaangalia ni hivyo. You can see all their you can see nice girls don't get shit. You know that book called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office? Yeah. It's the same thing. Even when you're nice to fellow women, it's not even good. You also have to be cutthroat with women. You have to be cutthroat kwa hii dunia. Oh, gel yangu imeanza kutoka. I had some nice gel on my feet. Sasa imeanza kutoka. Sasa naenda kutafuta 1500. Maisha kama msichana. If I was a nice girl, I would just be like, see lazima. Nice girls, they have a way of always putting themselves down and always wanting to be seen as if they're not taking so much. Yeah. You don't take too much. You don't take too much space. You don't take too much space. You don't take too much time talking. You don't take too much time in the shower like other women. I used to be that one too at a certain time. So when I became like that, the person I was dating became the kind of take 10 years to get dressed up. And now it's me waiting for them like, you don't take too much money. Remember one time, I brought my best friend home, a high school friend, and we were taken out by my dad the day we were going back to school. He took us out, and my dad is the kind of, I will spoil you, I will kill you with enjoyment. So he took us out. And so we were me, my friend, my sister and her friends, my brother, like we were so many cousins. And my dad is like, yo, order whatever you want to order. He took us to some expensive restaurant and he's like, order. Now, when it came to Del Monte's drinks, before the food came, my dad was like, mtakunywa nini? And all of us, some of us were like, tulikuwa tuna disagree, labda mi na rafiki yangu hatutaki kunywa the same thing. So my dad is like, simchukue kila mtu Del Monte yake. So my friend is like, ai hapana. Hapana, ai hizo ni nyingi sana. Like she protested. And us, because we're used to our dad's like spendthrift personality, we were just like, it's a big deal, right? My friend was like, Z. So it just, as I was saying it just reminded me of a date I went earlier in the year. I went to a date. I was forced. I wanted to be a nice girl. It was one of my customers. I know. So I was forced by a customer. So they called me one time. I was busy because it was my day off. And the next time they called me, I was resting because I was resting. So that time they're like, oh, come on. And I'm like, I would really like this guy to stay. He was my biggest customer. Wish ningekata. So I went on a date with him. And we went to eat. And we ordered drinks. So he ordered a Coke, like a 300 ml Coke. I was like, so, no, that's what we want. And I'm like, it gives me a Del Monte. And the dude returned his Coke. He's like, ai, kuna haja ya mimi. And in my head I was like, so we shared the Del Monte. So tukienda, when we were done with the meal which he made so boring, I was like, I just grabbed my bag and went. And he's like, unaacha Del Monte. He's like, what? Like, yeah, unataka tubebe. Hai, unaweza acha aje Del Monte? I was like, oh. Yeah, so. So, even in your dreams, the things that you ask, the things that you do, the careers that you go to, the kind of salary you accept, the kind of, I know, like my last client in July is when I had my last, it's just last month. Okay, I feel it's as if it's been so long. So I had my last paycheck, my digital agency in July. So, yes, I do run a digital agency. Not a nice girl. So, I was was developing a website for these clients, and it was like from scratch. So they called me, we talked, it was nice talking with them, blah 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 blah, and I made them a proposal and a quotation, and they called. I made the quotation for, should I tell you? Na kina nani wana watch. Alright, sawa. So where does a woman, we'll get to that. So I did it for 93K, right? So when I wrote it, they had been referred to me by somebody I started working with back in the day when I started. Back in the day when I used to charge 10,000 to develop a website. So now I'm charging that amount. So I wrote them 93K. And they called shocked. Even told the referrers. Because the referrers, the last time niliwatengenezea website, niliwatengenezea na 70K. So these guys are like, hi, how can you do that? And in my head, I'm shaking, because it had been a while since I'd had a job. The last job was in April or July. So I was like, oh my God, am I going to refuse them? What am I going to do? Should I charge them? Because they wanted to be charged 70. But then I charged those others at 70 because they are repeat customers. They've hired me like 4 times consecutively. So it makes sense for me to charge them that rather than this. My flat rate is 100K. So for me to, I don't know. So I stood by my ground. There was a part of me that's like, waambie 270 is sawa. It's 70 is a lot, right? But me, I know the work of a website, and it's a new website. We're starting from scratch. And what is the average for a website kwa dunia? So while shaking in my heart, I decided I'm not gonna be a nice girl because I need this money, and my skills are valuable. They need a website. They need a good website. I create good websites, all right? So I tell them that's not gonna be possible, right? But I can do a slight discount. So I made them a very slight discount that made it very slight. So in my head I was thinking just chop off 20K. But nearly end up to chop off 4K. I was like, that's the best I can do. They accepted. Haraka. They accepted, and I was like, phew. Because I swear if they hadn't accepted, I would have called them and told them, Nisawa, I'll do it first. But then, because I did not play with myself, they didn't play with me. You see? There was a time when I started back then, there was the 10K point and then there was the 20K point. Somebody approached me and they were like, how much do you charge for a website? I was like, 20K. Huh, why? Ama wewe ni wale wa ku drag and drop? And I was like, no, I really make like great website from code and stuff. And they're like, ay hapana, 20K hapana. So it's much better, trust me, to be seen uko juu than to be seen, ay kuna shida. 20K website. Nice girls don't get shit. Don't get shit. It's worse when somebody doubts your competence because you're charging less. Expensive things always look very very valuable, sindio? Even me, I've realized that when I charge things that I sell expensively, people buy them more. Then when I charge them, like I lost a client the other day because I was trying to make this snack affordable for the people I'm selling to. But then this guy was like, mbona ni cheap hivyo? 99.9% of people said it was expensive. It was so weird for him to say it's cheap. Mbona ni cheap hivyo? Hakuna worse. You think being told you stink, you don't smell bad. You smell bad, it's bad. Try. Mbona ni cheap hivyo? So I've tried texting him, calling him, he doesn't reply my text. And yet, alinunua my first most expensive product. So I'm feeling a certain way. Being nice. What do you think being nice is? Laughing too much at people's jokes. You shouldn't. And it's not easy. I'm not saying these things are not easy, especially if you've been that person. Could change ni difficult. I'm about to finish this course. I'm about to. Let me answer this. Where does a woman's worth come from? I like that one. I like that question, by the way. Where does a woman's worth come from? I love it. Where do you think it comes from? Is it our vagina? Is it our womb? What do you think? Where does a woman's worth come from? A woman's worth. I felt the answer to that question earlier this year. At a very beautiful time of my life. Hata nimekumbuka hiyo time nikafurahi. I love who I was at that time. I was very intentional with being bad. Kwa nagojea tu chance ya kuwa mbaya. Nilitoka na respect nyingi. Watu walikuwa wananiogopa. Wanajifanya ni cute like wananiogopa. Nataka kuniongelesha celeb wenzao wanione. So, I will go back to the Bible. I'll take you back there. The world was created beautifully, right? So fucking beautiful. There were animals. There was everything you can imagine in this world. Every little thing. Gold, diamonds, everything. 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 Paradise. It was there. But then what? It was incomplete. It was incomplete with everything. And you know this world is beautiful. I live near Mount Kenya. So believe me, like yesterday I was watching Mount Kenya in the morning. I was like, wow. Yeah. I've seen the 7 islands. So bewitching. I've swam in Watamu. Best beach I've been to in Kenya. I know people say Diani, but Watamu for me. I've seen beautiful stuff. And that's just in the places I've visited, right? There are more beautiful stuff everywhere. There's gold, there's diamonds. There's hammocks. Do you like a hammock? Because me, I love it. I love lying in a hammock. Especially when I used to like get high and then lie down on the hammock and just swing. Love that feeling. I love sleep. And now I've gotten to myself, right? So all of these things existed. Everything. Every amazing, the beautiful birds. You know those beautiful birds? Have you ever seen a pink bird? Because I've seen pink birds and they're so mesmerizing. Ocean. Waterfalls. Fuck. Everything existed. But it was incomplete until a woman was created. Until a woman was present in that existence. In this existence. Everything is everything until a woman is there. Everything is nothing until a woman is there. So that's the beginning of a woman's worth. Her existence, her presence makes everything complete. Ni kila kitu. Mwanamke ndo anafanya everything ikuwe complete. So I'll say that's the woman's worth, where it comes from. The existence of a woman completes everything. And that is before we start saying, kabla ata with that creation, we didn't know what she could do, right? It's not like she was created to cook. There was meals in the garden, right? She wasn't created to clean. We don't see anywhere like she needed to clean and stuff. We are not even talking about children at that point. The womb and the vagina, which are very important, by the way. They are the cornerstone, the foundation of this world. But that point, that everything was incomplete until a woman existed. That is the woman's worth. A woman's worth. 'Cause a real man knows a real when he sees her. And a real girl sees a real man. Is everything worth? You know that song by Alicia Keys? It just started running. It's called A Woman's Worth. Go listen to it. A woman's worth. 'Cause a real man knows a real woman. And a real woman. So I've answered your question. From her creation, from her need to exist, for the world's need for her to exist. It was just automatic that in this space and time, a woman needed to exist. The creation cried out for a woman. Whenever I remember that, and I'm walking, bulls are coming near me, I walk katikati ya hizo bulls, and they don't touch me. I walk with my head held high. Natembea katikati ya bulls. I walk next to dogs, because I remember I'm the most important creation in this world. I'm the completion. I'm the missing piece. So why be nice? Kama mimi ndio na dictate completion ya hii dunia, why be nice? Even the ocean obeys me. I can't drown. Even water obeys me. Everything. Because I'm a woman. This is the kind of talk you do not want to listen to. Some other day, I met turkey. I haven't experienced turkey in my entire life. So nimekutana nazo. And they're majestic, right? Niliogopa. But then nikakumbuka, yo. Hawa ni akina nani, nikapita katikati yao, wakanifungulia space. That is exactly what I want you to conceive in your minds. You see, there's nothing that lasts longer in people than an idea. Put a different idea in them. They start thinking differently and start seeing themselves differently. You might not, but I do. Am I doing this so that I can help you? No, just to remind myself. If you're helped, it's okay. But always remember, Whenever you do not listen to your inner authority and listen to the inner authority of others, that is you being nice, you abandoning yourself. It's like mlikuwa koti, alafu sasa wewe sasa umemove kwa ile side ya wale wengine, umejiacha. You've left yourself alone. You've gone to that other side. You've left your younger you, your inner child, umemwacha hiyo side ingine. Day I was talking to my friend, and I'm almost through with this. Wait, almost. So, I was talking with my friend, and we were saying that ile time yenye you're serving yourself as a meal on a table, and sure that si pia wewe uko chini ya hiyo table ukikula leftovers, zile crumbs zinamwagika kwa wale watu wenye wanakula, si ndio pekee unakula. Nice girls don't get shit. I am grateful for the people who've been watching. Classic Designs, Tia, Jemima, thank you. Eddie Ondonga, thank you for joining. Everybody who's kept me company this night, thank you. We'll see each other maybe tomorrow. Good night. Bye-bye.